Hello. Uh, so I'm back again, and we're here playing some Final Fantasy 14, and I'm gonna try to get everything working in a way that's not completely terrible. Uh, still fiddling around with my audio, so I'm still trying to think about the general format of what I want to do here, but I think one thing I'm gonna try is I'm just gonna ramble about random things, some things that are in my mind, things that are happening around the world, my thoughts on them. And I'll do that for a couple episodes while I play this game and just do random things. Sometimes I'll play the story, sometimes I'll queue up for random dungeons or whatever. But for now, let's enjoy this, continue the story for now. In darkness, the Magatama dreams. Alicia, I'm butchering her name. Alicia, sighs, tells you all you need to know about her state of mind. We seem to have reached an impasse. To make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you, Kaguya? That's an interesting menu. What will you say? We could try talking Shisai around. We could ask the villagers if they know anything. Sorbonne sent us here. Mayhap we should ask him. We find some red Kojing and encourage them to talk. Well, they don't want to. These two aren't going to work, so it's going to either be we go back and ask him, or we're going to talk red Kojing. I'm going to say red Kojing. I thought of administering a little encouragement does have its appeal, but I would need to be convinced that the red Kojing knew anything to begin resorting to violence. You are the ones who come from above, yes? You could have a moment of your time. Mine apologies. I did not mean to startle you. My name is Ihanami, and this is my wife, Yunagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we should like very much to hear it. May I ask why? If you must, our daughter fought in the rebellion. We have heard naught from her since. 'Twould be too much to hope that you know of her, but her name is Yuguri, of course. Kami be praised, she lives. We're looking for her too, actually, but I'm sure she's alright. We had no idea she hailed from Sui no Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi? It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village. Having grown curious about the outside world, to Doma they went, where they met a young boy, a proud son of Yangsha. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of the Domen's plight and urged us to take the boy in, but my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left. Years later, to learn the ways of the shinobi. When the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yuguri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do, and so our daughter, who only wanted to keep her people safe, surely there is something we can do for these people. They who gave her aid and succor when no one other would. I am but a humble stonemason, but if it is the Yasakani no Magatama you seek, I may yet to be of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye, it is as a jade, but when bathed in a particular light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light, under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. Thank you. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have speared away the cargo, you should begin your search there. Oh, that's interesting. So can currents take things out of the boats that have sunken? If it's in a area with a strong enough current, I guess it would. Thank you so much. We will do just that. I hope you find that which you seek. I only wish there to be something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that our parents and her brothers do not think of her. We will, I promise. Da-da-da. Okay, thank you very much. There's a new expansion quest thingy right here. I'm gonna take that really quick. Wonder what that's gonna be. Is it a dungeon? Is it a new like material type thing? It's probably a dungeon or a raid or something. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, and I'm pretty much gonna ignore all these quests here. Pretty much, it's always cool. It's always a good idea, I think, to save these quests. Like most quests that are, like just naturally in the game to begin with. I save them for like when I'm grinding extra classes or new classes. Usually when I like you come back to them when you are the exact level or around the level for it, and it's pretty good because as you keep playing the game, you'll get a lot of EXP from the main story quests. The main story quest. Okay, so this gives me a ether current so that I can fly later on. Yeah, I don't really. Good and I. Maybe I should be listening to this, but it's okay. What will you say? I will see that she is kept from danger. I cannot make any promises. Let's see. Thank you, truly. I know that what I would have done had you said no. Now, please follow me. We must speak with Shiosai. Must be them sure that we do not act prematurely. That is something we regret. What the hell? This is just a fetch quest, right? Or is it more important than I know? I think it is. Well, maybe it's just like the first one to unlock the Aether Currents to begin with. Oh, and then there's another quest that just popped up. Is that a continuation of the last one? So while we do this, let's go ahead and queue up for another trial. Get warmed up. Make sure my mouse is on the right things here. Okay, so if what's the point of getting these Lady of the Crowns? And basically the Lady of Crowns damage shall increase, but why would you switch to it? Like, what's the point? Does it give it? It doesn't. Might be the base heal or the base damage increase might be stronger. I'm guessing. I just can't pay enough attention to it. I'll figure it out in time. And you are? Didn't we just talk? Derpy so bad. Lady Kurdai, what brings you here? What? Ugh. My lady, you of all people must realize how incredibly dangerous it was of you to entrust another with our secrets, much less a newcomer whose intentions we know not of. Wait, is this like the head lady? Like the red lady? What other choice did I have? Who knows? When the seal breaks, we will be forced to drown the palace and all souls within. Would you sooner have me sacrifice my sister and all my people than turning to outside help? And you think that this woman has some hidden power, capable of delivering Suino Sato from untold disasters? I realize it is not in your nature to ask for assistance, but like it or not, there is little else we can do. No outcome could be worse than losing the Ruby Princess. Even you must realize we only stand to gain by requesting this woman's aid. You have the right of it. Very well. I will give your friend until the next high tide to rescue the princess. If she fails, however, I will destroy the dome and atone for the deed of with my life. Remember, my lady, should it come to this, you shall be the one to inherit the throne. Here, take this scroll. It will permit you to pass into Shisui of the Violet Heights. I presume you are aware of where it's located? Not to worry, I shall show her there. The palace lies just beyond the turquoise trench. Before we leave, however, there is one last thing I must share with you. I was not entirely truthful in everything I have told you. Oh, let me finish this first, guys. Oh, come on. It's something that affects our current predicament, but it's nonetheless a lie. I mean, I just straight once this is all over, forgive me. It was something I could tell you now, I would. It was something I could tell you now, I would. Blah, blah, okay. Alright, we're good, we're good. Anything else? Okay, yeah. Cool. So what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Am I ready for it? Am I gonna fail? Am I gonna let everybody die? I'm gonna ruin everything? Oh, it's just mocking. Why did this one is really popular nowadays. And we have another Astro. I'll go Nocturnal. Ooh. I fell down. Yeah, this exam class is so complicated. I gotta focus on it, and I'm also trying to speak. Sorry, I'll get better at it. Not sorry, but I'll get better at it. And I continue to do it. It's just I'm really not trying to let anybody die by fucking having a lapse in fucking thought process. But I mean, it's really not like I have to do much in this mode anyway. Where the heck is my gravity at? Did they change how it looks? Oh no, it's on H. Okay. No, R. Okay, well, gravity's on R now. Whatever. Here, which is healer, DPS, right? Range DPS or healer. I need to get this dance. which means it's range. No, it's melee DPS and tank. That was close. Almost had the tank die. Don't want that. I just gotta keep focused and not let the tank die. So I think this is range, no, melee DPS again and tank, right? This fucking map, this is so confusing. Like I don't even know what the hell's going on. I don't even know what's going on in this fight. I guess it really doesn't matter, but it's just so wacky. You go, take that, and what is this? I don't want that, and I am gone. Ah, that's just so confusing. Ah. Too confusing, too confusing. Oh, that's gonna be a lot. This is gonna be pretty difficult. I don't usually talk when I... Let's check the armor. You don't have to repair, so that's alright. Oh, have our main story quest here. Other class. I mean, we could do. Our ninja's a low level, so we need to get that up somehow. No, let's continue on. I need to get the story done. I'm not gonna get it done, but I need to work on it, I would say. We have to go outside to go there. Is there multiple ways through this, or is there only one way? Like, is there an exit here? Oh, on this side? Check. Don't think so. Maybe check the other way. Maybe there is. Nope. Their whole people live here. Like, this place is so small. Can you imagine living here? Like, holy hell. It's so small. How many people live here? How could they sustain themselves for so long? Just this small amount of land. Like, they haven't really even monopolized. Like, I mean, I guess they have to build on the seafloor, but these places aren't very big. They have the underground parts to it. But yeah, their sanctum is not very big. How many people? Like, max, like, what, 60? 100 people? But it is just a game. Also, probably didn't build it to show this. Oh, wait, freak. Can I get, like, a freaking manatee or something? Or how do I do that? Maybe it's a mount thing? Or what if I talk to one of these? Oh, okay, well, it's probably then I have to go back to the original place to get one. Just like over here. If I port there, I can get a porter. Or I can just swim it. Way faster. How fast do I swim? Okay, I guess we'll just swim it. Let's see the map a bit. It's really interesting because it's like underwater, it adds like a three-dimensional, well, an extra dimension to the map, so they can design things assuming that we can actually get to them. So like we have structures here, but you know, we can actually go to the very top. Well, I mean, I guess it's always like that in these games. Now they added flying to it, so I take that back. But this is essentially as a flying map, a map built for flying. Just the only difference is underwater instead of flying in the. What are these blue colors? Is anything of importance? Lamb. I can't do anything with it, so whatever. We have like we're having like the weirdest weather. It's been like 50, high 40s, low 50s. It's really unusual for where I live in January. We should be having like a lot of snow, but it's really off-putting. I normally would not complain about not having snow, but it's like we never get a break. So if we don't get snow at some point, it just amount of snow that we um missed out on just not what's the word I'm looking for? Makes up for that at a different time. Never really get away from it. The weirder it is now, I feel like later on this is gonna be worse. This wreck is the same vessel of which Soraban spoke. Then if the gods are good, the Magatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, Kaguya. We're going to need to take it slowly. Move to Vask and we risk overlooking something. Find Yasukani no Magatama. You need to search the area marked on your map. You shall have to pinpoint precise location of the treasure and claim it. Okay. Point. I can point it underwater. Funny. Can you bow underwater? Probably underwater. I can point though. That's funny. Okay, can I click something to use this item? Flash of light, you're getting. There. Go away. Okay, so further down here. Over here. Maybe it's like on the other side of where I was at. Over here somewhere. Man, it was like saying some crazy things for a second. Maybe? Over here. I want me to all the rat, right? But I could have pushed it away, they said too. Further away. Ugh. So this is part of the ship here. So where's the other part of the ship? Over here? Oh, I'm leaving the area. One part's here. Oh boy, this is gonna be monotonous. It's probably something really simple too, and I'm just like not. Wait, this is it here maybe? Is this thing? What's this? Is this it here? There, peeping up from the prime layer saying you find something shimmering. This thing here. Maybe it just was always there, but it was never gonna show up until I clicked it enough. Yeah, I just wasn't in the right spot. Behind door number 2. No, they say. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quicker. But Setsu will have died of old age by the time we finish. Haven't found anything, have you, Kaguya? Damn. This is it, the Yasukani no Magatama, exactly as Saraban described. It would seem that our fortunes have finally changed for the better. And then... Mechanist. Charge. I don't need any. Okay, let's go. Just accepted. Let's queue up for another let's go for a through that. I'm not doing a leveling, it takes wait. It's leveling. That's fine, let's try it. Not main scenario. As long as it's not main scenario. I don't want to do the Praetorium anymore. Oh, come on, DPS, let's go. Damn, that's like really far away. The Palace of Lost Souls. It's probably gonna open up a dungeon by the looks of it. So I can either swim farther this way, get there, or I can go immediately backward. But I think it's better just. Oh, I don't remember this. Fair song. Let's see. First time for somebody too. We have a whatever that is, a red mage maybe. Feel my wrath, die, haha. All right. So it's gonna take some getting used to having to speak a bit more, while also focusing on the match as a healer. If I was a DPS, maybe I could be a bit more brain dead, but I really don't want to fuck up too bad. So let's try. No, that's fine. Let's focus on the match. We can talk about that later. Oh, fuck it. So what do you guys think about that Modern Warfare game, the new Modern Warfare? I think it's pretty crazy what they've done with it, what they've done to it. But I can believe that I can believe that they would do such a thing. It doesn't surprise me, at least. And what I'm talking about is how pretty much this game, they've made it so it's catering towards new players in pretty much its entirety. And so it's not a very good game, well, speaking in my opinion and most people's opinions. It's not a very good game for most experienced COD players. It doesn't lend itself to being very good at very rewarding for people that run and gun. Like, the guns do so much damage, it's hard to actually extend yourself without getting one shot in most cases. The fact that they made the footsteps super loud in the game is also really crazy. So pretty much anybody always will hear you. People will always kind of know you're coming, and that's pretty much giving new players a buffer from so that they can react better while they're camping. And I understand they want people to feel more comfortable playing the game, you know. But I just think as a person that's been playing Call of Duty for years, I haven't played the last like 4 Call of Duties, who knows? But I played Call of Duty for the majority of my life. It's just crazy. They feel like maybe their numbers, you know, maybe their bottom line is just really low or whatever, and this is the move they had to make. And if that's the case, then so be it. But it's more so like greed or something, and I'm really disappointed. Oh fuck, this thing, I think I gotta watch out for these debuffs. I gotta be careful, but I just think it's really fucking. It's really funny, cause I was actually considering like, oh man, like I loved COD 4, I loved Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and you know, maybe I can come back and actually start playing COD again, and I'll even try learning it on keyboard and mouse. But no way. Like I've seen evidence of like them, they actually messing around with like the RNG of like guns, so they can control whether or not they manipulate whether or not like your hit detection, you know, whether or not when you shoot a bullet to hit somebody or not. They actually manipulate that depending on whether or not like if you're like on a win streak, if you have a high KDA, and the person you're shooting at happens to be like a lower KDA or a lower skill level, maybe he's losing on a losing streak or something like this, or lower accuracy, they'll actually modify the hit detection for your guns and their guns and make the person like make it so that they can hit you from far away. They can hit you like in your foot, but it do like headshot amounts of damage. Oh fuck! Oh shit! And that's just like, I think that's crossing a line to me for like for games, like going in and like I can never be sure if like when I'm killing somebody, if it's me or if it's fucking like some shit. If it's just them manipulating some algorithm, you know. And it's really sad because you no matter what you do, you can't overcome that with skill. It's just a hard thing they put in the game. Oh man, it's not AoE. And then, oh, I can't target this guy. What the hell? I'm not doing my cards. I have a spire on here. Here, you can have a spire. And people are like, I'm watching like all these Call of Duty YouTubers, specifically like Athod's 420 Thunder, I think his name is, or 402 Thunder, Blame Truth, these guys, and it's just they keep like, people keep crying like, oh my god, like they're not nerfing the footsteps, they're not making dead silence of perk, they're they're doing all these things and making the game bad. Like, what are they doing? They're so bad at their job. And it's just, I feel like it's like childish, and I understand, like, I kind of get where they're coming from. When you're addicted to a game, you've invested so much of your fucking life and time into it in the series, you know, like, there's certain things you don't want to consider. But like these guys, I think they're just, you guys just shoot yourself in the foot by complaining and calling the devs names and shit. Like it's not it wasn't the developer's choice to make the game like that, you know. It's the guys who fucking, the suits, the CEOs, the guys who are the top brass who say, you know, we're gonna do this with the game. We want to get more players or whatever. Fuck whatever they say. Fuck the backlash. This is what we want, you know. It's not the guys in the front that we can speak with, and it's just, I think it probably rubs them the wrong way, and it just comes off as really immature. Like these guys that make Call of Duty this way in Modern Warfare, they did it on purpose. Like, the fact that the footsteps are so loud, it's on purpose. The fact that, you know, they can manipulate hit detection like that is on purpose. The fact that dead silence is not a perk, it's on purpose. They don't want it to be a perk. You know why they don't want it to be a perk? Because they don't want you to run and gun. They don't want you. They don't want you to be able to run and gun and kill people, right? They don't want to enable you to do anything like that. They want to make that difficult for you. Why do they want to do that? Because when you get to do the things you want to do, when dead silence is a perk, when the hit detection is okay, when all the things are in play, right? When it's actually classic Call of Duty, it's not fucking fun for the new players, right? And that's the point. That's the point. They're not gonna give you the things that will let you go and run a fucking gun and play it like every other Call of Duty. It's specifically on purpose, because if they did that, it would fuck up the whole design philosophy of their game. They wanted to make this game quote unquote realistic, and they wanted to make it welcoming for new players. Any decision involving balance that goes opposite of that is stupid in their mind, I think, because that's not what they're doing. They're here to make the game a fun, new, friendly game, and that's why they made it, right? And if you guys sitting there whining at them, right, they're not gonna change their mind and fucking, like, you know, like creative people, when they have a vision for something, a vision for a game, a movie, you know, like they have a vision, it's theirs, and they have a certain way they want it, and every decision comes from that initial idea and thought and a vision for the game. This was their vision for Modern Warfare, and when you guys tell them to change it, it's like spitting in their face in a way. I feel like, you know, it's like a painter doing an original artwork and you saying, oh, well, this person you drew's nose is too big. It's like, what do you mean it's too big? This is the fucking way that I wanted it to be. I don't care what your opinion of it was. This is what I wanted it to be, right? They want Call of Duty to be a new friendly game. You know, they want it to be more slow paced. They want you to fucking camp in corners. That's why the visibility for characters is so fucking low when they're in corners. That's on purpose, so that you have a harder time at killing the guy who's camping in the corner. This is obvious to me, but it seems like people just don't understand this. They want the game to fucking be like this way, and the only way that they're ever gonna change that is if, like, people just quit playing the game. Utter failure in, like, the game, like everyone has to just quit playing, and no one's buying DLC, no one's buying the fucking loot boxes and shit, right? Only then and then, when their pocketbooks have really been hit, the bottom line has come to be shifted, that's when they might go back, revoke the decision making to the design philosophy of making this game new friendly, and then go into making it more of a traditional COD like you guys have always played. But besides that, they're not going to do it, and it's just silly to keep asking them to do that, right? Like, and I feel like it's kind of silly too, because at some point I feel like they have to switch up the philosophy. They have to switch up the formula of COD. Like, you guys asking for, like, new shit. Oh man, every COD's the same, you know. Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 being the exact same, you know. Black Ops 2 being pretty similar as well. Like, you gotta give them something for at least switching the fucking thing up, you know. Like, this is the COD, this is the realistic experience COD. This is their take at a more realistic shooter. That's just what it is. Accept it for what it is. We had like eight CODs where you could run and gun. This is the one where you have to play it a little bit differently. Just what it is, and it's also more new friendly on purpose. And I also have theories to that too. Like, I don't know. I would assume that Call of Duty is like banned in China, but I have a sneaking suspicion that, you know, Activision is affiliated. I'm pretty sure Activision is affiliated with China or Blizzard, and I have a sneaking suspicion that if COD isn't banned in in China, and I think a lot of the decision making for what this game was is maybe leaning towards breaking into a new emerging market. So if I don't know, I have done no research in this, right? But if COD is banned or was banned in China, I feel like this would be the first COD that would actually be like allowed in China. And if this is what they were going for, the developers were going for, I can see why they want to make the game super like noob friendly and like really just like hold your hand, because there's gonna be a lot of Chinese people who've never played COD before, right? And they want to get people, as many people to play like the game as possible. But this is just a fucking conspiracy theory of mine. Like, I have no idea if COD's available in China, if it could be available. But when I saw the way they were like purposely making Russia look really bad and then throwing Russia and the Russian people under the bus in the story mode, it made me think that, you know, maybe there's some sort of fucking underlying motive for why they decided to really just vilify a whole region. Like, it's crazy that they had to know that they were going to piss off the entire fucking country of Russia. Like, come on, are you kidding me? So like, I feel like that might have been something. Maybe like, I wouldn't doubt something like the Chinese Communist Party would do something like that, you know? Try to sow discord between between Americans and oh fuck. Yeah, I want to step in any of these things. Between Americans and Russians, while completely ignoring China, because I think the obvious antagonist would be like the Chinese. But it seems like Infinity Ward did not want to touch making the Chinese a villain, but they would rather go ahead and just blatantly antagonize the Russians and make them do war crimes that the Americans themselves had did. I think that either they're very tone deaf, or, you know, this was a really planned and on purpose. But again, if they were thinking about going into China or going into the Chinese market, you know, I could definitely see them not wanting to antagonize the Chinese, but being more than okay to throw Russia under the bus instead. Again, like, this will only have credence if in the end we end up seeing like Modern Warfare breaking, you know, get sold in China. Then I would think that, you know, this is what's going on. Oh fuck. Oh no, I didn't want that. That was unfortunate. Who knows? I think I haven't played Modern Warfare myself personally, but if I had it and I played it, I don't know if I don't think I'd like it. You know, I think they're deliberately making the game a certain way. I mean, it speaks to it in the sense that, like, even with their new maps, like, you can see their design philosophy in all the decisions they make. Like, look at Shipment. They deliberately modified Shipment. They made it bigger. They added more verticality to Shipment, and then they added doors. They deliberately moved like the boxes on the side. You know, that usually are like kind of at an angle so that you can't get a perfect crossfire until other people spawn. Like, they moved it to make it straight. They move these things on purpose. They closed one of the box's doors. They added doors to it as well. Why do they do that? It's because they don't want you to run and gun. They don't want you to be able to play this game the same way you've played previous Call of Duties. They do not want that same gameplay flow of like COD 4, of Modern Warfare, of Modern Warfare 2. They don't want that gameplay flow coming into the game, and they don't want you to have that even in DLC map packs, even for maps from old games. They don't want you to have that flow. They want the flow to be the Modern Warfare flow, which is much more slower, much more campy, hide in a corner, stationary flow. They don't want that run and gun old Call of Duty, that old Shipment type of thing. They don't want it, and they're not going to give it to you. And you can see that. You can see where they added spots into the old maps and deliberately to break up the flow of the map. What was the other map? Crossfire or whatever? The one that has the tall story building where you can go on the top, you can climb up as well, and then there's a broken down airplane. They added new areas to the map specifically to fuck up the flow, and it's all on purpose. And it's just like, either you're gonna like the way they want you to play the game or you're not. And so I think either you're gonna want to play the slow campy game that they want you to play, or you're not. Either or that you're gonna play a different game, because, you know, running and gunning is not feasible in this COD, and is actively punished. And The devs ain't gonna change it, it looks like. Will COD survive? I don't know. They're gonna really have to do something that sets them apart, because everyone's not having a good time right now. If they remove the skill-based matchmaking, maybe that would definitely help, I think. But again, the skill-based matchmaking is there on purpose because they don't want you to be able to fucking they don't want you to have that old flow. They don't want you to be able to shit on people at all. They want you to have really sweaty matches non-stop, and they don't want you to scare away the new players, right? People were asking, why is it that, like, you know, we don't have persistent lobbies anymore? Why is it like each game I go into is a new lobby? I can't get a rematch with these guys that just played the match or anything like that? It's on purpose. So you have to understand, they have a skill-based matchmaking system that, like, every 5 or so games you play, it reevaluates your skill and then changes the matchmaking for you, right? It couldn't do that if you were in the match in a persistent lobby or server with other people, and you stay in the lobby for like more than like 5 matches, or even stay in the lobby for like 3 matches. That would fuck up its algorithm, because then maybe you win like 3 of those matches, right? But it can't rebalance you with new players if people are still in that lobby, which then can proceed to have it so that, you know, people are getting shit on sometime. Maybe you get to stay in a lobby that people are actually a significantly lower skill level than yourself, right? That fucks up the flow. They don't want to allow that to happen in their game. They don't want that to seep through anyway. So they have to keep making the lobbies refresh, new lobby, new people each and every game, so that you cannot start to get any flow, or anything going. You can't adapt at all because it's a whole new batch of people. And it's all on purpose. All these things are on purpose. It's not like these guys are inept at their job. They didn't know what they are doing. They've had how many CODs before? They knew exactly what they're doing. And I think a lot of people are just disillusioned, and they can't accept the fact that people will make these conscious game design choices. You know, maybe they don't see the reasoning behind it. They don't see why they would do such a thing. It's probably for money. It's probably for money, or they have no other choice but to do so. The game's fucking old, you know? It's the same gameplay loop. People get tired of COD. Maybe they want something new. I don't know. Only the people in the back, the fucking offices and shit will actually know in the end why they made these choices. But, you know, it's clear, and people who keep complaining about it are just like they're big babies. I feel like they're big babies. Ooh, that's scary. I don't want to do that. Did I just pass? I didn't want to pass that. Oh no, I agree. I took it. Yeah, that was just my thoughts on Call of Duty. The whole Call of Duty debacle and everything involving it. I don't know, I think it's probably, I wouldn't call Modern Warfare a bad game. It's just not like the other Call of Duties, and I think Spec Ops is a disaster from what I saw of it as well, though. What I'm really interested in is, what is Modern Warfare like Search and Destroy? That was my favorite game mode in the Call of Duty, was Search and Destroy. And I think this more slow-paced, kind of campy Modern Warfare, one where it's like 1-shot, 2-shot kills, I think that'd make for a really interesting Search and Destroy meta. I don't know exactly how the meta would be affected by such a COD. I haven't seen any Search and Destroy or Modern Warfare, but I think it would definitely be something. But I don't know. I'm really put off by those footsteps. I think it's a really lazy design choice to get players in general. I don't like that. But I wonder how the footsteps play. Maybe in hardcore mode, if they have a hardcore mode, maybe you couldn't hear footsteps. But I would be surprised if they actually allowed us to not hear footsteps, or make footsteps significantly more quiet in the hardcore mode, if there even is a hardcore mode. I don't even know. Oh, I'm forced march. Okay. Oh, you gotta be careful. You don't want to run into those zones. This is a really fucking long dungeon, man. Like, holy hell. Really long. I think, it's just because it's like these Heaven War dungeons are take fucking forever. Oh, it sent me backwards this time, oh. My tank just took a lot of damage for some reason. Yeah, this is a really fucking long dungeon. Oh. Maybe I just haven't played Heaven Wars in a long time. Foo! Oh, but it's not permanent bleed though, so that's alright. I point at you! I point at you! Spire is range DPS healer, okay. What is the bleed actually supposed to do? Oh fuck, that actually hurts. Oh shit. Yeah, you can't stay in it for too long. Like it does, it fucking chunks. Oh, that's a samurai. That's what that fucking thing is. Okay. Is this the last one? Yeah, I think it is. It takes so damn long. Yes, and we get the bonus because someone's first time. What's for loot? What's the loot? Give me the loot. Oh, some bottoms too. Compare. Oh, but these are way low level. Do they look nice? Need some glamour. Oh, they do look nice. Yeah, oh, give me those, baby. You already possessed this. Never mind. Shadows. Oh. PG. Alright, since that was such a freaking long dungeon, I think I'm probably gonna end it there. We've been recording for quite a while, and this is probably gonna be a really big upload. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and tune in for the next episode.